Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. And this will be a touchback as that sails. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Mayfield. Landry, agile footwork. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Gun!
Now Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking long for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
Lucky 56.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch it now, Barney.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. And here come the Redskins now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
On 1st down, Smith. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Smith again. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On the ground, Geis able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Hey, let's roll.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Detroit!
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 78 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to?
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Smith. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Set, line, 80.
Third and long, it's Smith. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're the other way. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Give it off here to the tight end. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. In for the score. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Smith. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Everyone's got Tiger. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. 15, yeah.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And they're able to get this one across. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Smith on 1st down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st down, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him for a loss of about 3. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Out of the gun, Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Throwing again is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They snap it to Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Gun!
2nd down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Back now at FedEx Field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Detroit! Detroit!
Third and long for Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Smith. Steps away to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down.
Hey, back up.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's going to... And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
No, right. Yellow. Grade 15. No, right.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
Check. 52.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Well, fourth quarter, they did the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, gun.
After the interception, here's Smith. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Tiger. Everyone go forward out. Hey, back up.
Here's Smith now on second down. Flushed out right. Room here to run. He's got Thompson here, complete. Still shedding tackles. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 57 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. So he shifts past him. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball in additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to fire this thing deep right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Johnson was the intended receiver. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
I said 580. Hey, back up.
He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Front. Set 580. Tiger.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And all the way down to the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Smith now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.